Hi, it's Libby, welcome back. Today's video is all about making candles, and I thought we're coming up to the time when people are thinking about Christmas presents and things, and homemade gifts are always really nice to give as a gift. It shows you your love and your time that you've put into making something, and you get a really unique present that nobody else has got. So what I've done is I've gathered a lot of different things together. I'm just going to talk about what we'll need before we can start making the candles. So you need some soya flakes, and these are from the internet. They're from a company called LIVEMOOR, and they do a really nice soya flake. I get the flakes rather than the pellets. You can get little pellets, which I don't find as good as these flakes. I like these, and these tend to be a little bit cheaper, and they're just really nice. You can just melt them in a saucepan, and that's all basically the kit is. You then will need some wicks. These are quite long ones that you can get. These are probably about the right length. They're about about 50, 60 centimetres long. You just have to work them out on your actual containers. Then you can get small ones, little tea light ones, which are useful to get. And if you're going to make a lot of tea lights, they're quite useful to get because you're not going to be cutting off these ones and then wasting all of that wick. So that's what you need. You need wicks, you need your candle wax, and then you need to find some containers. So I'll show you a few things I've got. I made a bit of a special candle. This is like a dish that was given to me for snacks and crisps and things. I don't use it very often, so I've turned it into a little candle holder. So it's got 3 little candles in there. I've not actually used it yet, but I'll probably use it in the winter because it's a nice little candle. I might leave it on my table for Christmas, on the Christmas table, put some holly around it, it'd be quite nice. Okay. And the nice thing with these, you can reuse them and reuse them. So things like if you have had a present that's come from somebody, this is a present that I had for my birthday, and it comes in these really nice, fancy, proper candle jars. So don't throw these away, but you can reuse those. You can wash them out, give them a good wash, and you can reuse those. Other things that you might want to use, you could use things like a little teacup. This is a little fancy teacup that came from, it's like a vintage teacup. You can get these from charity shops, and sometimes they come with a nice saucer. And again, you could maybe use that as a little gift. With maybe put some chocolates around the side, a little candle, make it a little bit fancy. Zero free, no plastic, okay? So other things, I've got some yogurt pots here, glass yogurt pots. I've got a little fancy goblet which you could fill up with wax. I've got a little jar here, a small little jar, and I've got these little tiny, proper tea lights that come with the idea of putting one of those tea lights that you can buy from supermarkets, which actually I wouldn't consider buying because they are made with petroleum, so they're not particularly healthy to breathe in. So these are your better alternative. So I use these, had these years, and little glass ones. So just get yourself a collection of different things. I'll show you some that I've already made. I've made this little tiny one. This is a lilac candle, and it's got lavender oil, some nice lavender oil, and a little bit of rose oil. And this is actually one of those little jam jars you can get when you have afternoon tea. You can take them home with you. The restaurant, I'm sure, won't mind because they'll get thrown away anyway. And then you can make them into a little candle. You could make a few of these different colours. You can get dyes from the candle company as well. You can use those. I've not used many dyes. These were actually used, as I say, with the cheese wax that came in the cheese wax. So that's what I've used. I've got a little one here that I've just made. This is just a little white one in one of those little tea lights. And then I've got some of the ones that I've made. And these are quite interesting because they've got the little silver candle holder. So I don't want to take that out, because that keeps the candle in its situ. Okay, so again, this is the purpley candle wax that I've melted the two. I've got another one here, a little jam jar, and it's starting to, if you can see here, it's starting to dry and to set. I don't need to put them in the fridge or anything like that. You can do if you want to, but I don't really bother. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how we make them. It's so simple. Basically put your candle wax in an old saucepan, and make sure you use a saucepan that you always use for this type of crafting, because you don't really want to use don't want to put candle wax in a pan that you use for cooking with, food wise. So I've melted some wax here. So I don't want to show you because it is a bit hot. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you what you do. So I've got here, I've actually put some melted wax on the bottom of the little candle, the candle wick, because it will keep it in the centre. And then all I'm going to do is, I'll just show you on camera, is I'm going to very gently pour the candle wax to the jar, okay? And then what I've made another one of these little candles sort of keep in the centre. It's a piece of card with a little nick in the middle. So what I'll do is I'll just put it over the jar, and if it's very gentle, it'll keep it in the centre. Now I've actually spilt a bit of wax on the side here. So if you're going to give it as a gift, you want to just get some tissue and just wipe that down. It doesn't look too bad, but I would just wipe that down once it starts to set a little bit. So that will keep in the centre. If I can get it in the centre, there we go. So that's another one you can do. Okay, so I'm just going to put that gently down there. So melt the wax so it just goes into its solid. Don't let it boil, don't let it bubble, otherwise you'll have black wax. It's not good. So you can be creative. I put some essential oils. This is lavender and some rose oil. You could also put some lavender and rose petals in, which were really nice. I grow my lavender, so you could put some little bit of lavender in there. Again, just be creative. Now I've actually got some black wax, which is going to be quite interesting, that I saved from my cheese. So it's coming up to Halloween, and I thought, oh, you know what? I'm going to make a Halloween candle, and I'm going to make a black and white candle. So it's going to be a bit yin and yang. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I'll show you. Probably put it on the community post so you can see. So I can use up this black wax that I got, okay? What you need to do is make sure you've got these little bits of paper on here. I need to take it off, okay? So I'm just going to put that one aside. Okay, so that's it really. I'm going to sign off. Enjoy making your candles. If anybody has any other ideas on what containers and things to use, then send me an email or send me a little message, and I'll share it again on the next video. So hope you've enjoyed the video. Happy making candles and a happy weekend. It's Sunday here and it's quite a nice day. It's a bit windy, but the sun's out at last. So I'm going to get into the garden. So I'll speak to you soon and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.